or the chat elite. I want y'all to become members, man. We have our own membership tab where I can speak to them and send them stuff. So also make sure that y'all are subscribed to the social media. X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Also the email there so y'all can send me topics that y'all want to see instead of, because I know some of y'all probably be in the comment sections asking me about topics. I'm probably not going to see that comment. I may or may not, right? So you can send it to the email. You can send it to the social media. Just make sure that y'all follow me everywhere. Don't just be on YouTube. Like, that's just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to keep up with me, make sure y'all on the other platforms, because I do send posts or notifications letting y'all know when a new video has been posted and when I am live on YouTube. All that stuff is free, by the way. Doesn't cost any money to do that, right? Also, shout out to the people that subscribe to me on Patreon. I am putting up exclusive content on Patreon. I just put up a video on Patreon, the link in the description box, on the YT supremacist who is a closeted homosexual who's going around trying to bait black people into acting crazy. And apparently he's walking around armed. You know it's bad when Kick banned you and I believe take your monetization. I think they took his monetization on Kick because he wants to go be a troll. And I'm going to tell you something, that's not going to end well for you. All right? Going around trying to get black men or whoever to react, they're going to watch you. And they're going to know that you're armed and they're going to be armed. You see how that works? It's different if you're minding your business and someone approaches you and talk crazy to you. But if you're going out of your way to film yourself, having black women call you you're saying the N-word to black females and you're calling them the N-word just to prove a point. It just proves how obsessed with black men you dudes are. These Caucasian males are obsessed with black men because they will never be us. They have no identity. They have to invent identities. They have to copy others. Black men don't have to copy nobody. Now you do have jealous-hearted black males, but that's jealousy, right? But you white males who go out of your way to get the attention of black men, you're weirdos. That's why you can't satisfy your women. That's why your women look elsewhere. That's why, you're constantly worrying about who black men are effing, right? You know who we're effing? We're effing all the women of the world, your women included. That's why you're so obsessed with us. And you're supposed to have all this power when you really don't have any. It's a lot of powerless white people, okay? Don't believe me? Go out here in these big cities and see all the people who are homeless. Most of them look like who? Let's see who's here. I just had to rant a bit because I can't just let y'all hear, but, I'll be seeing a lot of this weird behavior. And I'm not going to let y'all get away with it. I'm going to call you out because you dudes are weirdos. And you're going to get yourself hurt. And I'm not going to feel any sympathy, and neither should anybody else feel any sympathy for these weirdos trying to bait black men into confrontations because we're not dumb. Let's see who's here in the chat room. I had to warm it up real quick. Man. Make sure y'all like the stream. Hype it if you can. I've been on a roll with the content. Hopefully y'all are subscribed to JayeDeBlack. Y'all are watching the videos and let me know what y'all think, man. Let's see who's here. John Smith, LaMarcus, Riderwise, excuse me, the Bull Nye. Is it the Bull Nye? I didn't see that. It's the Bull Nye. All right. Charm, Anthony, Count Club, Devon was good. Accounting Tom. Let's see, Frederick, XL Pro, Snow Patrol, Inside the Square Circle, Mr. Hill, TW, Don Neo, Till Dog, Prime was good, Prime. Salute to you for being a member. Sir Shy. Maverick G was good. Yeah, what's up? I know it's earlier than I usually go live. I did an early live stream recently. Then I did I've done a couple of these right around this time of the day, right? So I'm just seeing, what works for me and for y'all. And it looks like earlier on people are getting here. So that's good. That's good that I'm getting participation around this time. I may go live at this time more, as long as I have a good topic. I'm not one of those people that can go live and just talk about anything, right? But I will tell you this though. I'm gonna speak about Megan Thee Stallion as much as possible. I know people like, well, damn, you're gonna keep talking about her? Yeah, because this is what I've been telling y'all. This heifer's not gonna find love in her life due to her actions. There is something called karma, right? So yes, we're gonna continue the conversation. Ernest was good. The Bull Tone was good. Charlie, what's up? Beezy was good. Van Bivens, what's up? What's up, Jay? The highlight of the week was Clay chilling on his boat, listening to old school music and living his best life. Also not saying anything after the breakup with the smart. I agree. The dude's going on with his life. And as I told y'all, because I showed y'all a video in my video with Klay Thompson of him in the boat, right? He don't care. Klay Thompson cheated his way out of that relationship. He did not want to be with her. He only did that to make her happy. This is why men have to be honest, because when you lead these women on and make them believe that you actually want a long-term relationship with them, you're wasting your time, right? 92 Dolo was good. She deserves every ounce of karma coming her way. I agree. This is why people are crashing out. And bro, the chameleons. Have y'all seen the chameleons crashing out too? All you fake heifers who get on social media pretending like you care about black men and you calling out these black women, now you're forming up a defense force for Megan Thee Stallion. I knew you heifers was fake. When you dudes try to promote these heifers and send their videos, I'm like, are you serious? You don't see that chameleon energy on that heifer? You don't see that chameleon energy? I do. Listen, I've been here for a while. I've been making content, over 11 years? Almost 12 years. I can spot one of these fake disingenuous heifers a mile away. Fake and disingenuous. I can spot them a mile away. This is why I don't understand why some of y'all be sending their content to me. Or have sent their content to me in the past. For what? This heifer's fake. Why are you sending me this? What's good, Brian? Clay wanted out. He cheated his way out of this. Listen, when a man doesn't want to break up with a woman, he will cheat. He will make sure she finds out, or he'll get sloppy, right? Because I believe Clay has probably cheated on her before with other girls. This time she found out. You know what I'm saying? Ultra Unique was good. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't, so we can really get started, man. But it's good seeing y'all here on this Friday. Hopefully y'all had a great, productive week. Shout out to Van Bivens.
Megan lost her light night face with hand over mouth.
Appreciate that, Van Bivens. Yes, she did. She absolutely did. Yeah, man, these chameleon heifers are insane. I've never cared for any of them. Salute to Brian. The simps are in shambles.
The simps are in shambles weary.
Oh, yes, they are. Not only the straight ones, you got the gay ones as well. The gay ones are out here. They're mad because they have the mindset of a woman, and they think that they are defending women by attacking straight men. You dudes are straight up stupid. All right? Straight up stupid. Stay out of heterosexual business, and we won't worry about what the gay community is doing. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Have y'all seen that? Y'all see this gay men out here trying to call out black men because they think that black men are not voting with the pack and they're not helping the Democratic Party, and they're saying too much about black women. Look, stay in the alphabet community business, and I and many other straight men will stay in our business. How about that? Stop pointing your finger and trying to talk crazy when you got your own problems, especially the racism in the gay community. Address that. Don't address black men. What's good, Dab? Jay, these simps are so gameless. They can't fathom a world where a man actually has options, especially women they put on a pedestal. Right. And those guys are married. It be the married ones too. Salute to legendary Tony Clutch. I appreciate the super chat, man. You know, you got these guys who probably been with one woman for most of their adult life, and they think they know the world. They think they know men. And they want to de-police other men. They want to attack men for checking these heifers. Yeah, hell yeah, we celebrating. Meg Thee Stallion she helped put a black man in prison, and you want us to overlook that? This is why I tell y'all, a lot of these melanated dudes, I could never be cool with. Because they're weak, and they're effeminate, and they're losers. And they think like women too, because they've been with a woman for a long time, or they're married. Bro, we don't care. These heifers are not wife material. That's why you refuse to leave your wife, because you know how bad it is out here. When these heifers get mad, they use gay as an insult, but these punks don't care about that. Exactly, TW. Right now, there's a rapper, Boston Richie, who's being exposed by his young ex-girlfriend. She's talking about how she pegged him. And she's insinuating that he's gay. And you don't see the gay community, none of you dudes attacking her or calling her out. And when people do that, people want to use her age against her. Oh, she's only 20. Bro, you know how many 20-year-olds get attacked on this platform every day, every week? Are you serious? Again, make sure y'all like the stream. It's absolute insanity. Salute to Devon.
She also tried to sue the red pill community.
Appreciate that, Devon. Let me tell y'all something, man. They've been trying to attack the red pill community for a decade, almost more. A lot of men have folded. A lot of men have left, but there are men who are still here. There's a lot of men who have latched onto it for their own benefit, but they're not really red pill. They're just a bunch of, wannabe dating coaches. And I know I tweeted out something a couple months ago about we don't need more dating coaches. The reason why I don't think that is because who are we dating for? What type of women are we going for? Because in America, these heifers are not wife material. They're not even girlfriend material. See, Megan Thee Stallion was not girlfriend material. Absolutely not. They're not girlfriend material. And Clay knew that, but he loved screwing her. See, women got to understand all that twerking. What's good, Sherelle? All that twerking leads to singledom. There was a female that tweeted that. She said, look at what that twerking got you. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, what did it get you? What did it get you, heifer? What did it get you? You ain't getting no ring. You ain't getting no husband. And this is why. One second. Let's see. And this is why you're seeing melanated women crashing out. This is why you're seeing melanated women threatening to cheat. Let me actually find that post. You heifers are so comical. Y'all been cheating. Talking about, oh, we gonna start. You been cheating. What are you talking about? You're gonna start cheating. You been cheating. You heifers are some of the biggest cheaters out here. And the thing is that a lot of these heifers, they project a lot of what they do onto black men. They really do. Y'all been cheating. So this post right here, went viral. Look out. It has 3.5 million views. And this female here, Alexis Harris, posted, "Attention all hot girls. We will all be cheating. I guess they'll be cheating on their men tonight for Meg. Even when you lead a man to water, he still won't drink. Cheat first." And y'all wonder why these men are going to foreign countries to get a girlfriend. I mean, look at what they have to deal with. These heifers are openly saying that they're going to cheat when you heifers been cheating. Okay, shout out to 92 Dolo for the Cash App. He says, "For keep your foot on these feminists' neck." Well, thank you, 92 Dolo. Of course, I'm going to keep doing that. These heifers need that. They need complete straightening. These men are too weak to do it. A lot of men are too weak to do it. They're too weak to do it. Now, let me say this to this Alexis heifer and others. Y'all been cheating. I mean, and this is what sheep do. You know, she puts out this post because she knows melanated women are sheep, and they're going to go and they will actually do this. You know, JayeDeBlack Clay Thompson has moved on with a white woman. I wouldn't be shocked. Like, why would he want to stay with somebody that he didn't really like that?
When I did a video talking about this, a black woman said I was lying. Needless to say, I made her look like a damn fool.
Appreciate that, Devon. And they make themselves look like fools, especially if they're following stuff like this and they're proclaiming that they're going to cheat first because one of the most extra average women out here, Meg Thee Stallion, somebody who they look up to, got cheated on. Listen, it happens a lot. She's cheated, right? So why are y'all so fake offended by this whole situation? Clay did not want a monogamous relationship with her. Clay wanted to have fun. He went along with it because he was getting something, at least something out of it. He wanted to smash. He wanted to have relations with her. It happens. And men lie to women because they want to screw them. This is why when these women be so bitter, because they realize that they're with a man who's only with them just so he could smash. Mid the Stallion. And this happens a lot. Like, these dudes don't have the heart to tell these girls the truth. And they lie to them. They like, oh, I want a relationship. You know, I want marriage. Right. And they just want to screw. And when they get bored or they find another woman that they actually want to be with, they stop dealing with her. They stop dealing with her because they realize she's not girlfriend material. She's not wife material. She does not have those qualities. Why would I sit up here and wife up somebody that doesn't have those qualities? So now you got heifers who are mad because this biracial basketball player who they tried to treat like a white man. Let's be real. These women saw Klay. I even saw comments where these women saw Klay Thompson as a white man. This is why they're so mad. Because he's a white passing NBA player who was dating Meg Thee Stallion, somebody that they look up to, who they want to be like, unfortunately. And because she gets cheated on, they're mad. They're angry. And they're mad at black men. Why are you celebrating her getting cheated on? It's not her getting cheated on that we're celebrating. We're celebrating the karma because I know I told this heifer when she sat up there and lied and put Tory Lanez in jail, knowing full well that man did not purposely shoot at her, that karma's a B, right? Karma's a B. It really is. Salute to
Jaye,
Mintula.
the places where dating is best in the U.S. have the most foreign women.
Mm.
Mia and NYC was fly. There's something in our American water.
Appreciate that, Mintula. It seems like it. You go to these cities, it's a lot of brothers dating non-black women. So, yeah, I see what you're saying about that, man, because you have a fresh influx of foreign women into those cities, into those states. You got a fresh influx of those Latinas into South Florida, and then in New York too, right? That's why a lot of women wouldn't want to live in LA unless they're trying to be in the entertainment industry, because if they aren't, if they try to date out there, it's going to be crazy. It's crazy. Salute to everybody that's here. Shout out to Ryder Wise.
Funny thing, both Clay parents are black and the heifers think he half white lol.
Appreciate that. That's the thing, because he looks white passing, right? Like, they don't know his father, Michael Thompson, former NBA player. They see him as a white man, and him cheating and her breaking up with him, it's almost like she broke up with a white man. That's the thing. Like, that's just how, color struck these heifers are. These heifers are color struck. They really are. So this is why you're seeing them go on their campaigns. And also the chameleons. The chameleons are being exposed. The chameleons are being exposed. I love it. I've been telling y'all about these chameleon heifers for I don't know how long. These heifers are fake, fraudulent. They're not really authentic. They claim that they're going to call out women's behaviors, but they only do it if money's attached to it. When money came into the manosphere, who do you notice a growth of? You saw a lot more women come into the manosphere when money was involved. When the money wasn't there, the heifers wasn't there.
Meg used that WAP, but Clay did a swap lol.
Salute Snow Patrol. Appreciate that. He did. He just did a switcheroo on it. The WAP couldn't keep him. The WAP couldn't keep him. Ladies, I want you to listen to me. WAP is not going to keep a man. If you don't have class, if you can't post a picture without showing your cheeks, men are not going to be interested in anything except screwing. That's it. And you're just going to be another female in the club looking for attention. Have y'all seen a video clip of this heifer who wears fake teeth in the club because she don't want men approaching her, men that she don't like, by the way? And I'm saying to myself, there are probably men who don't approach you anyway. You're another extra average female trying to make it seem like you have get all this attention.
Aries is a rumored to sue Vlad just like Futon.
Salute, Sir Shy. Whenever I speak about that, then I can discuss that. I'm going to stick to this particular topic here, but I appreciate that, Sir Shy. I think Aries Spears is messing up his own money. Because if he could listen, let me say this real quick. This is a side note. When you guys do these podcasts for money, one thing you don't want to do is mess it up, especially when you have nothing else going on. But, salute for that. Also, let me say this too about Cardi B. I may have to discuss this in a different video. Cardi B, I believe, got back with Stephon Diggs. I have to confirm that. But does that mean that Cardi B is a pick-me? I want to know. Is Cardi B a pick me? Because it's funny how women who call out women like Meg Thee Stallion are going to be called pick-me's, right? But there's nothing more pick-me than a female who gets cheated on by a guy with multiple women, get them pregnant. She breaks up with them and then briefly and gets back with them because she doesn't have options like that. I'll probably do that in a separate video. I have to really confirm if she got back with him, because if she did, she is a pick me. Okay, she's a pick me. You know, start calling them extra average. They're very extra average. I have to call them what they are. They are extra average, and you could just tell women who ain't used to getting attention. You know, it's always these heifers who don't get attention, who love to get mad when a man approach them. Like you wearing fake teeth in the club. I know you always been a extra average heifer who couldn't get no dudes that you wanted until you became an adult and you learned how to be a thirst trapper, right? Once you learn how to be a thirst trapper, now you're getting some attention. Now you start acting stupid. Attractive women don't have to do those things. They could walk into a room, get attention. It's nothing to them. You heifers out here doing stupid tricks, right?
PLZ Clay, get out of Dallas. Meg and fans will troll.
Oh, they are. They are. Salute Sir Shot for that. They already are. And people are threatening him now.
Been waiting for a live to pay you for you esteemed reporting, Jaye.
Well, thank you, Ramir. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Ramir for the support. Listen, man, as long as y'all support, I'll put out the content that y'all want to see, right? That's why I've been able to get back in my zone recently, right, with content. So thank you for that. Let me tell you, Meg Thee Stallion fans, something. You can cheat all you want to. It's not going to make a man wife you up. It's not going to, and again, it's not going to fix Meg Thee Stallion's personal life. This heifer done went out to the club. She was crying at the Moulin Rouge performance. Then she went from crying at the Moulin Rouge performance to partying in the club with women, right? She's taking shots off of women's chest, I believe, right? Didn't she do that? I think I saw in the video. I thought Meg Thee Stallion stopped drinking. When did she start drinking again? I thought she stopped drinking, but she's in the club drinking, which clearly means that Clay Thompson had to watch this heifer drink. And you know how she is when she gets drunk. Y'all know how she is when she gets drunk. Or they are using it to cheat. They use any excuse to cheat. That's the thing that people don't want to talk about, right? Women will use any excuse in order to cheat, and they will blame the man for why they're cheating. They'll say, well, you keep accusing me of cheating. Or he cheated, so I'm going to cheat back. You already was cheating. What are you talking about? When you break up, y'all noticed this, right? Women will break up with a man for like 3 days or for like a week, right? And then get back into a relationship with him. You know why she did that? Is because she wanted to go and have relations with another man. And she didn't want the guilt of cheating. So what she did was she'd break up with him, kick him out the house, and then mess around with a guy. And once she gets it out of her system, then she'll get back with the guy, with her other guy, right? Women have done that for years. That's why they'll claim, oh, I never cheated. It's because what you do is you will break up with him for a couple of days or a week just so you can go and mess around, and then you get back with him. This is why you have women who have children and don't know who the father is. I think that happens a lot more than y'all think. That's why these men be questioning paternity, because they'll have a period of time where they break up and she ends up getting pregnant, which means she's going to have unprotected relations with another man that she's not even in a relationship with. That happens a lot, by the way. That happens a lot. JayeDeBlack, I believe Glorilla will be wifed up before Meg Thee Stallion. You know why? Because one, Glorilla's not a drunk. You know, she seems like, from what I gather, she seems like a very personable person. She seems like a fun girl to be around. I don't think Megan is a fun girl to be around, especially with the men that she's dating. Like, I just think they don't have fun being around her like that. She there, her and her gay bestie. Who wants to be around that? Right? They sitting up, you know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to be around that, right? Have y'all seen that clip of Klay Thompson sitting next to her at some event, and she's yelling, singing, and he's like, and he's like moving, and he's sitting next to her, and you could just tell the expression on his face, like, man, what am I doing? I'm doing this just for some box. I'm just the things I have to do for some box, right? You could just tell he wanted to be anywhere but there. What's good, Dr. RJ? Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. He wanted to be anywhere but there, right? That clip, it basically encapsulates their relationship. Yeah, like, but that's the thing. Men are seeking, like, especially black men. Black men are seeking relationships with non-black women. And I just thought of this today, right? I was thinking, you know, you got athletes, right? You got college football players, or you have college basketball players who come from a black neighborhood, black family, who end up going to a college in the middle of nowhere, majority white. But by their second year there, they have a white girlfriend. Now, there are black women there, but they choose that white woman. You know why? That white woman sees the potential in him. She sees that 6'4", 200-pound wide receiver out of high school, right? That the black girls on campus, he don't have enough status. Yeah, he's an athlete, but he ain't a starter, or he's not in some fraternity, right? So they overlook him. But that white girl sees that potential and she gets with him. So by the time he's ready to leave college, he could be going pro. And that's why you see white girls sitting next to these guys when they're at the NFL draft. And black women are sitting back saying, well, why is he with that white girl? That's because that white girl pursued him. He ain't got no game. You think he just on campus, you know, cold approaching girls? No. You know, what's good, April? Obi Trice was good, man. Black Rain was up. She thought that Thanksgiving dinner that she cooked was going to get her a ring. She definitely did, right? That's why she mentioned like her being around his family. Like, so what? You know how many women dudes have around their mama?
I would never praise anyone based on the color of their skin, but this is another reason why the higher level of quality resides in other ethnicities of women. This is what VOW come together to support cheating. We good on sisters.
Appreciate that, David Dice. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, bro. Thank you for the support. Shout out to y'all with these big super chats, man. That's just when it's just lighting up the chat room. And thank y'all for the support and the comments. And that is why y'all see delineation. Y'all know what delineation is, right? You got the FBA from other groups, right? But you got delineation with black men and black women. You got black men delineating to non-black women because it's just a whole lot better, they feel like, for them long term than to be with women who hate them and women who look for excuses to destroy them. And that is why when you look at the growing number of black men with non-black women, we have to look at the root. These guys may come from single parent households. They love their mama, but they said, you know what? I want somebody with me that actually cares about me. That's not going to argue with me about cooking and argue with me about the things that, you know, gender roles. Like, I don't want to be arguing with her, you know, in a power struggle. But yeah, you got black men delineating from black women. That's why they're going overseas. That's why they're dating non-black women. This is where this come to. And that's not easy to say because I'm a black man. I'm not out here chasing Becky. I've told y'all about Americanized white women. Now, white women from other countries, I mean, that's what it is. But seriously, though, right? You know, I'm telling y'all, man, I think black men are delineating from black women. I think this is going to be the progression of it, because you got these gay black men. I told y'all a little bit earlier, trying to shame black men all of a sudden, even though you know you have your own problems in your community, your gay community that you ignore, like the racism, the fact that white gays don't really respect you, but you got black women sitting up there shaming and they love to call black men gay, but they claim they support the gay community. It's crazy, right? But that's what you're gonna start to see. Delineation between black men and black women. You already starting to see it. That's why these heifers get on TikTok and make videos about why these men are dating foreign women and they're only with prostitutes. You heifers are prostitutes too. Y'all are doing everything but naming your price. Talking about how if a man gonna be with you, he gotta pay. Okay, well, how much? That's where we at. Right? Mm-hmm. Black men don't know how to lead. Black men gives one simple request: don't tell me what to do. Right. And that's the thing, that we got that rep for being controlling. Well, we're just being leaders. Ain't that what you want? A man that leads? Right? Anyway, let's get to this Cameron clip. I played a portion of it in my video, my Klay Thompson video, but I want to play it in its entirety. and listen, I'm telling y'all why these men don't take Meg Thee Stallion seriously. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't, man.
You're gonna say I'm hating. Everybody, they just don't want to hear it.
What they don't want to hear.
No, he's talking about Klay. No, niggas be like, yo, Klay Thompson.
JayeDeBlackLive, if you heard about a group of BWWHO went in a private chat and it was later leaked online, they called brothers bullet bags for the police SMH.
I did see that, David Dice. Thank you for the super chat. I did see that. I did see those group of heifers do that. This is why I'm telling y'all about delineation between black men and black women, because these women, especially from the mentally unstable black women who hate black men, they need therapy, but they hate black men instead.
A lot of these athletes might be from the hood, but they're not street enough for BW.
Right.
Especially nowadays. That's something Umar and his simps won't add me.
Appreciate that. Yeah, that's why black men turn to being street dudes. Like, you have good kids who try to become street rappers because they want to get attention from black girls. And it's just sad. That's why, what I'm saying, these guys say, what, screw it. I'm just going to go and be myself. I'm going to, be more alternative in how I am. That's why you have these dudes out here looking preppy with the the new preppy look that got a whole bunch of black women in they feels, because they're saying I would rather be myself than try to be a stereotype. Appreciate that. But yeah, I did hear those black women in that I think they were on Clubhouse. That's why I say these women need mental evaluations. They need therapy. They blame black men for everything. But these heifers probably got black sons. And they still sleep with black men. Like, you got women on YouTube. Black women on YouTube who talk all this shit about black men, but still sleep with them. Still sleep. Yeah, the quarter zip thing. Right, the quarter zip. They still sleep with black men. Yeah, that was on Clubhouse, right? By the way, I've never really utilized Clubhouse. Now Twitter X has taken over Clubhouse. They basically took the formula of Clubhouse and nobody said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Twitter, but that's a side note. Like Twitter just took like what made Clubhouse and just added some things. They put it, you know, on X, right? You know, but a lot of people still use Clubhouse, you know, Whack 100 and others still utilize it, right? But those black women probably are black women who, you know, they've been used up by black men and discarded maybe, probably had, you know, trauma from their early years that they blame on all black men. Those women should to travel, but they don't because they realize that America has given black women all the freedom that they've ever asked for. But the one thing that this government can't give you, heifers, is a man that loves you. And that's why you're hurt. I got banned on Clubhouse because I was making B-dubs mad. Listen, they'll do that.
Those heifers calling us bullet bags forget their sons, gay besties, and brothers are the same target.
Right. Appreciate that. Is it Samuel? That's how I pronounce your name, bro. But appreciate the super chat. Yeah, they don't get that because they're so emotional. They're so emotional. They don't understand that, yes, you have black men in your family, idiot. You have black men in your family. So why would you sit up there and talk about bullet bags? And they used to claim that the videos that we made on YouTube, 7-8 years ago were hate speech. This is why a guy like Tommy Sotomayor can't be on YouTube, right? Because he was calling black women beasties. But you got women who are on this platform probably still on others calling black men bullet bags. I guess bullet bags are okay. You can't call women, you can't make fun of a woman's hair or anything, or her attitude, or you will be banned, right? But these women can call you bullet bags, right? I think TikTok became new Clubhouse. Okay.
And fumble Meg Thee Stallion, and then we gotta sit here and fake be careful with our words so that niggas don't feel offended. You rap about being a hoe. Mad rappers fuck you, and then Klay Thompson fumble. But we gotta be politically correct. The status say, no, I don't think so. She's doing her thing.
That is important.
Yo, she talks about all right, so let's just have a conversation.
There we go. That's what I came for.
The name of my song is called Wet Ass Pussy, right? Then she promotes having wet ass pussy and fucks mad other rappers, and then you get with a nigga, he don't want to be monogamous and he fumble. What's the thinking? I don't know the thinking.
And she said he's supposed to settle down. How's he gonna settle down if she preaching?
Come on, Stat.
I just feel like
Stat, let me stop you. You speaking on behalf of the AKAs before the show. You talked about being AKA.
Yeah, I'm speaking on behalf of my personal own thought process.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with anybody else, no organization, none of that. I just feel like you know who you decide to date. Like, it's not like it was a secret. It's not like anything was hidden. That was always her career. That was always her song. If that's not something that you wanted to be part of, you didn't have to date the girl.
But I think,
yeah, but that's the whole thing is too. Hold on, Merk. The whole thing is, and don't be mad when I decide to leave.
I just
think, how you gonna force them to stay?
It's not forcing somebody to stay, but also if you don't want to stay, and these are her words.
Let me just say this. Y'all notice all these black women are so defensive about Meg Thee Stallion because they look up to her. They want to be her. They want to be the twerking, I guess famous female rapper who is sleeping with all these famous men, right? Who put a black man in jail. I think there are black women who get orgasmic about the fact that Meg Thee Stallion helped put a black man in prison for 10 years. I think they do. I think that's why they support her. They feel like she did something that they want to do. I mean, it's very sick out here. These heifers are sick. And I'm not talking about all black women. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't even got to say it. I'm not saying some, most, all. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the women in your everyday lives that you look at and you say to yourself, this heifer's crazy.
Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Ain't
Right.
nothing going on but the money and power. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved.
Don't want to be saved. Salute A Hall 52 for the super chat. Thanks, bro. That's what I'm all about. That I am all about not saving these heifers. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm all about not saving these heifers because they don't need to be saved. I mean, the fact that these heifers go out their way to embarrass themselves, to attack us, and they want us to defend them. Like, you sit up there and you claim you're a divester and you talk crazy about black men, and then when you lose your life due to Brad, all of a sudden black men have to rush to her defense. I don't think so. And I'm not about to sit up here and say that I celebrate or happy anything happens to these divestors. But a lot of these divestors don't understand humanity. They don't understand human nature. They don't understand the fact that when you're sitting up there and you're attacking the men of your own community, non-black men are not going to respect you. And they're going to think that you're trash. That's how they're going to see you. Look how they disrespect you, call you the N-word. Go ask all these ex-swirlers about their feelings about interracial dating. You got heifers that claim that they was in short-term interracial relationships and they'll never go back. Why? Why? What could have made you not want to go back? Yeah, that's what she said. We got to be polite. Let me move back so y'all can there.
I just
think, how you gonna force them to stay?
It's not forcing somebody to stay, but also if you don't want to stay, and these are her words, I don't know their relationship, I don't know these people, but from what she said, if you don't want to stay, you don't have to cheat. You could just be like, I just think we should go our separate ways and leave it at that. That's my thing. I don't think people have to stay together. I don't think you need to force a relationship. But if you don't want to be in a relationship anymore, you could just say, hey, this isn't working out, we're good, and we go our separate.
What if Klay Thompson did try to do that? Maybe Klay Thompson did try to get out of the relationship and she wouldn't let him. Maybe he tried to tell her that he wanted out. You're going off what you assume. You're assuming that, right? You're assuming that that conversation didn't happen.
Separate ways. That's all. That's my thoughts. I don't think anybody, regardless of who it is, it could be somebody that I even hate. I don't think anybody deserves to be cheated on. I'm not going to say that.
No, but the whole point is this, right? How do you know? Because that's what she said.
That's why I'm going based off of. But that's all you can do.
Exactly.
All you can do is go based off of what somebody has said. Like, so if any of y'all up here told me that somebody cheated on you, I'd be like, I don't like that, because they should not, even if I don't know the other person's perspective.
I'm going based off the fact her songs. Maybe I just want to have some fun for a little while. You said you had wet ass pussy.
But that's not even.
Right. What's good, Amina? He just wanted to have fun. Ladies, he just wanted to have fun. He wasn't in it for like the long term. Are you crazy? Women got to understand, when you live your life with slower energy, men are not going to put a ring on it. They're not. But if they do, they never get to the aisle. Like there was a black porn star that got engaged. That fell apart quickly because she knows that she's not wife material. Because once that man starts to assert himself, it's over. Once he starts to assert himself, it is over. Especially over one of these porn stars. Absolutely not. What's good, Kenny?
I don't think we can do that, because like we see musicians and artists all the time rap about things that they have no business being part of. They don't know nothing about that life. I don't know nothing about any certain type of life. That doesn't.
Hold on. What about Jonathan Majors? He divested and came back. As far as Megan goes, she'll be fine. No, well, Jonathan Majors didn't divest from anything. He was just in a relationship with a white girl that ruined his career. I mean, if a white girl ruined your career, would you still want to date white women? Especially you have to choose white girl, Megan Good. Like, you know.
The way they've made this harlot heifer's breakup trending news everywhere. I gotta ask, what are we being distracted from? Cold sweat smile.
Appreciate that, Matula. I mean, there's a lot going on out here. You got the Supreme Court decision about voting rights. You got what's going on in the Middle East, even though nothing is really going on currently. We always are distracted. But what I'm here to do, I'm here to speak about what goes on with men around the country as far as, their relationships with women, especially black men and black women. And the fact that we are at a point to where we are basically delineating from each other. This is why black men are going overseas. This is why black women are, pushing hate messaging towards us, right? Now they got their simps and they have their gay allies to attack us as well. That is what's going on. I think that socially it needs to be talked about more and not ignored.
Mia Khalifa.
Appreciate that, Ramel. Yeah, well, Mia's not with anybody currently. She's a cautionary tale. So to everybody that's here. Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't.
Mean that I'm associated with that.
I'm going based off the fact her songs. Maybe I just wanted to have some fun for a little while. You said you had wet ass pussy.
But that's not even, I don't even think we can do that, because we see musicians and artists all the time rap about things that they have no business being part of. They don't know nothing about that life. I don't know nothing about any type of certain type of life. That doesn't mean that I'm associated with that or that consumes who I am. I just think it's music that people like to listen to. Same with her career. I don't know what life she's about, and I don't know what life Klay Thompson's about. We don't know nothing about Klay Thompson until we saw this.
How do you know Klay was in a relationship with her?
It was posted, but go ahead, Cam.
David got charged before that Brad did.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Because people was waiting for him to get charged, and he finally did, right?
You good, Jay. Meg fat $1, a good distraction, rolling on the floor laughing.
No, it's good. It's all good, Matula. I appreciate the support. No, I'm just saying, like, in regards to conversations, I think that this is something that needs to be said, because this is something that affects all of us. So, yeah, there's a lot of distractions out there. But I think that this has grown into something more alarming.
The simp who wifed her couldn't take it no more.
Appreciate that, Ramel. Yeah, listen, when you're trying to wife up slurs and porn stars or women who push a certain lifestyle, they're never going to find happiness. They're not. I appreciate the Ramel. They're never going to find happiness. That's why I feel like men are just, they're confused by the attacks, right? Like, we're getting attacked from all sides. Now we have instead of us getting attacked by non-blacks, now you got black people attacking you. You got these women, you got these simps, and you got these gay males. And I think it's getting worse. You know what I'm saying? And it is getting worse. It shouldn't, but it is, right? So yeah, listen, this is why I'm all for being careful. And again, like, I'm against marriage. Y'all know I don't think I should sign a contract with the government to say I do, because it's all about siphoning resources from men. Because we all know that when women divorce men and they have the money, people go out of their way to try to protect those women. All right, don't pay. Make sure you sign a prenup. Right.
I'm gonna tell something real quick, Stan. It's not bad. I'm gonna share a story you share with me, and it's nothing bad, nothing personal. You went to what's the name, right? What does Kodak Black be rapping about? Crazy shit,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was you in a shootout by where he was at when we went to the festival? Was it a shootout?
Potentially.
Yeah, allegedly, right? We're going allegedly. All right, cool. You get what you heard. All right, that's what you've been hearing the whole time.
But not every. But I'm saying things happen to different people. Not everybody's like that.
What are you saying now? So what did you call me? The clarify awards?
Clarity question.
Yeah, let's have a clarity conversation. Let me give you some clarity information.
Okay, go ahead.
Clay is 6'7", light skin with good hair. As an athlete, he didn't need Megan. He could have, if you're 6'7" and you're light skinned with good hair, you could have anybody. I think we all know that.
Right, and that's why men with options are getting attacked. Y'all saw the video I did about what's the heifer name? That I did about Joy Taylor. Did y'all see the Joy Taylor video I did? And Joy Taylor was mad because Klay Thompson and men like Klay Thompson have options, and because men like Klay Thompson has options, they can get attention from all these different women. And then she tried to say, well, it's nothing compared to the attention women get, right? What she should have said was the attention that attractive women get, right? Women who most men can't get, right? They're getting a lot of attention. Your average everyday woman ain't getting attention like that. You can ask these efforts, but they do get attention, but not on this massive level. And it's out of jealousy, and they're mad because a man with options can pick who he wants, and that takes away the power from women. Women don't have that power that they think they do if a man has options. If a man has options, they don't have the power like they think they do, right? Yeah, Kiko, this is an early live stream. I've been trying different times to see what works, right? But thank you for being here.
She was
okay.
I'm just keeping it real, Stack. Go ahead and tell me I'm lying.
No, ladies, let you finish.
Ladies, tell the truth. A guy in the hood could be 6 feet or taller, light skin with good hair, and he's gonna have his pick of the litter wherever he goes.
That is very true. See, women are not going to be honest. They're not going to be honest. A guy like that is definitely picking and choosing. Listen, when I was studying at this small college near me, right? There was a dude from New York. At the time, this is like over 10, 12 years ago. This was right before I started making content on YouTube. He's a little bit older, right? So this might have been around 2012, I think. Yeah. So it's a light-skinned guy. He might be about maybe 6'1", 6'2". He's not like, he's like an average guy, 6'2" guy. Maybe he may weigh maybe 250, 230, whatever. But he had kind of like that hustler type. He had that, he was a bit of a fast talker, right? But anyway, right? Like we'd be walking around the campus or whatnot. And at first, one of the first things he told me, he said that black girls don't like light-skinned dudes, right? Then after that, he proceeds to get choosing signals from this particular dark-skinned girl who he ended up dating. And not only that, he started to get attention from other women around the campus. Now, mind, this is an average light-skinned dude. If that guy's getting attention, just imagine if you have a lighter complected guy who's in much better shape. Let's say I won't say he's an athlete. Let's say that, he dresses nice or whatnot. They're going to be pulling girls left and right. That's just what it is. There's no jealousy there. But the thing of us as black men, we don't get jealous. It is what it is. You get picked or you not get picked. We're not going to start a whole colorism campaign over it.
I feel like you guys are contradicting what you're saying, because if you can choose anybody, he still chose her. So I don't understand.
He didn't choose her.
Yes, he did.
He didn't choose.
He did not choose her. He was casually dating her secretly. She wanted to be in a public relationship. He didn't want to be in no public relationship with that heifer. He wanted to have fun and kick it. She wanted the public relationship. He went along with it. And even if he did choose her, he chose to leave that relationship by cheating, and she found out. What's good, Stephen B?
Because he cheated on her.
Well, now we're seeing the result of that, but initially he chose her. You don't just buy a house with anybody.
If you cheated, you didn't choose her.
He did. A lot of people.
It was like that for me in high school too. I went to high school, had this light-skinned dude who, again, from New York, who was getting all these different girls. That's just how it was, you know? These women are attracted to that light skin. That's why women are so butthurt about this and so emotional, because they want a light-skinned man with, good hair, right? Who make a lot of money. They want that, right?
Choose people that they unfortunately still cheat.
Oh, let me go back because I was talking over it.
Wherever he
go.
I feel like you guys are contradicting what you're saying, because if you can choose anybody, he still chose her. So I don't understand.
He didn't choose her.
Yes, he did.
He didn't choose her because he cheated on her.
Well, now we're seeing the result of that, but initially he chose her. You don't just buy a house with anybody.
If you cheated, you didn't choose her.
He did. A lot of people choose people that they unfortunately still cheat on.
Then they don't
Beyonce
choose
got cheated
her.
on.
Then he don't choose her.
They do.
He didn't choose it. That's why he's out.
I think.
Yeah. And by the way, we don't even know when he cheated, right? We don't even know when he cheated. This was probably information she had for a while. We don't even know when he started. He never wanted to be in a public relationship. Did y'all know? I didn't even know he dated Coco Jones. Now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw where it said that he dated Coco Jones, the singer, for like 2 years. The same Coco Jones who's now with another NBA player who she's engaged to. Now, that surprised me. I did not know that, because he likes low-key relationships. He does not like to be in no public relationship. It benefited him because he probably has a bunch of women in his DMs he never had before. Women he's always wanted to screw. Thanks to Meg Thee Stallion, right?
I think we're just gonna agree to disagree, because we're just gonna go back and forth. I hear all of you guys' points. Like, that is fine. You guys are valid to think what you.
Men
She's
with
upset.
broken wrists turn on sisterhood like EJ.
Appreciate that. Well, they do that if they criticize them. They definitely will. But these gay males. They will go at black women to a point. They need black women just as much as black women need them, right? So they'll go at them to a point and then they'll stop. And then they'll turn around and become their attack dogs. While those same women call non-gay men gay as an attack, as an insult, and they say nothing, right? And by the way, Stat is very upset, Stat is very upset right now.
You think, and I'm valid to what I think. We just think differently. That's all.
It's like a girl saying, "What? A guy asking a woman, why did you cheat on me? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? You know how much I love you." Listen, if she's doing it, she don't love you back. This is just what it is. I hate to bring you harsh truth because you're so young and vibrant.
You're so young and vibrant and green.
I hate to give you. Just think about it. If he's saying this to her, he doesn't choose her. She's just coming into the knowledge of that. And I think when people go to the media with it, they already knew that. You know if a guy is marrying you or not. You know that. Uh-huh. You know that. So you said he got cold feet. How did he buy a ring?
I don't know. At this point, I don't know anything. I'm just going
They
based
want
off
to
of
be
what.
Delilah to a Samson but can't.
Appreciate that, Kevin from Brooklyn. And that's the thing. We don't need Delilahs. We don't need women who could easily flip on us, right? Salute to Stephen B for being a member for 70 months. Salute to you for the support. Remember, you too can become a member of this channel by clicking that join button. All right. Yes, they are crashing out. Yeah, Coco Jones did keep him out. Absolutely. And she just, went and got her another NBA player and got engaged. But Meg Thee Stallion ain't got no ring. She's out here making statements. Not only did she put it out there the dude was cheating, she went to TMZ with a statement. Like, are you serious? Who makes statements about a breakup? And especially when they put the other person on blast. Like, Klay Thompson don't even care. He's on his boat. The man is completely unbothered because he wanted out of that relationship. He probably told her he didn't want that, and she still went ahead with it.
Was said.
You know, that was
Clarity
just
question.
fun. That was just fun for him.
We're
You know what
assuming.
it is also, too?
No, we're not assuming.
We're
You know,
assuming.
Go ahead, Cam.
You know what it is? Sorry, Mo, to interrupt. You know what it is, too? Is that this, right?
Salute to CPA Joe K for being a member for 67 months. Another long-time member. Salute to all the long-time members, man. Cam and Mace had a great breakdown. This absolutely. That's why I want to play this clip on the show. I had a small clip of this in my Klay Thompson video, but I wanted to play this in its entirety because women need to hear men be critical. Women are in a bubble where they're around a bunch of liars who sit up there and tell them what they want to hear. You need to hear. Look at the co-host Stat. Stat is not taking this very well, and she seemed like a very mild-mannered female, right? Agreeable, but she's not agreeing here. Even she is upset. It's like, why? Why are you upset? You know, heifers get cheated on and dumped all the time. And all the time. Listen, by the way, men break up with women all the time by cheating because they want out. And they make sure you find out they're cheating. Klay probably didn't even try to hide it, except for him unfollowing that WNBA player who made a video. And we're going to go over her video real quick after this. Saying she had nothing to do with Klay. But why did you unfollow him? And why did he unfollow you right after this? Something, especially when there was a tweet that basically put it out there that she was bragging about being his side chick, basically. But she claimed that Klay said that the relationship was a PR relationship. Anyway.
Is that, and I love women that stick together and all that. I do. But no, it's
Like, you know that sounded crazy.
nah, cause you know why? Because sometimes women stick together and they don't even know each other, and they'll just be like, they're a woman, I'm gonna take their side. And then when it's time for another woman to
that's going on a lot, by the way. Shout out to Stephen B.
Did you see how Jamel Hill looks defending Meg? Trying to look like a white woman. She looks terrible. Man face palming dark skin tone.
Appreciate that, Steve. That don't surprise me at all. By the way, she's another married, childless woman who loves to criticize black men and defend black women's fuckery. Jamel Hill is a failure. She's lost every job she's ever had in media. Is she doing anything now? Maybe she still got some of that ESPN money saved. I don't know. But, talk about failures. I mean, that woman is a failure. You know what I'm saying? That woman is... Jamel Hill is the ultimate failure. And this woman apparently is married to a black man. But she always got something slick to say about black men. And don't say nothing about these white men who unalive black women. Ain't got nothing to say. She follows the marching orders of the white liberal female. Because we all know the white liberal female is your leader. They are the leaders of liberal black women. Like Jamel Hill. Absolutely. Jay, these black women didn't realize that Klay Thompson was with Megan Thee Stallion only for a good time, not a long time. Yep. Jamel Hill got married years ago when she was at ESPN. I don't know if she's still with the guy. I know she married him. I haven't heard of any divorce. Let me find out Jamel Hill has gotten divorced, even though she hasn't. I'm going to put that out there. From my understanding, she's still married to this guy who she's never around in public. But let me find out the day that that's over. Man, I may do a week-long contents worth of conversations regarding that heifer, man.
Have your back. They're gonna be like, I don't even know her like that. I'm not talking about you. Yo, run and jump to somebody's defense, and then when you need them to jump to your defense, they don't even know you. So I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying women in general. I know it's woman power, but make sure when you have that girl's back, that the girl's gonna have your back when you have a problem too.
Yeah, this ain't.
So that is that video, right? Now I want to get to the woman who was put out there as having some sort of relation. Do I have that video? Let me see if I have that video. If I don't have that video on my likes, I have to maybe address that at different. Okay, here we go. And that was actually a beautiful comment that was put on the video that I may address. Okay. Now this person, they tend to leave good comments on X. You can see them. Harriet Eve. It says, hold on. It says, this really weird viral breakup story between Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion in what many have suspected to be a PR relationship has once again exposed the black feminist and black liberal women's pseudo campaign of protect black women. WNBA player Lexi Brown is the daughter of former NBA player Dee Brown, and she's being thrown into this media nightmare as the villain who is the cause of the breakup between Klay and Megan. There is zero evidence that Lexi was in a romantic relationship with Klay, but she has had to hire armed security after death threats were made against her and her family. By the way, who you think made these death threats? Do y'all think black men made those death threats? No. Black men did not make threats against this woman. You, black women did. You and your liberal buddies, because you're defending a woman who put a black man in prison. Can you believe that? Klay and Megan are not married. They dated for about 8 or 9 months, and the behavior from the delusional, unhinged stands must be met with criminal charges and prison sentences. Meanwhile, Klay nor Megan has publicly spoke out to the media, stating that Lexi had nothing to do with their suspected PR relationship, but is protect black women right. Now, I made a video about her, and I'm going to say this. I am still skeptical of her involvement because, again, I have to look at this from all angles. Lexi Brown should not be threatened or harassed in any way, shape, or form. She was put out there by a random poster on X. Next thing that you know, Klay Thompson unfollows her, and she unfollows Klay Thompson. That is kind of suspicious. I'm not going to lie. But at the end of the day, she says that there's nothing that happened. There was no relationship. She says nothing happened. Even though, again, everything that's going on around this is very suspicious. It really is. Did she get caught up in something that she didn't think she'd get caught up in? Everybody thinks their conversations are private. Everybody thinks that information they share with others is not going to get shared. There's always a jealous hater in the group. Look how that Mexican police officer who went on that racist rant, right? She got fired due to a video from her close friends being leaked. right? But lucky for Lexi, and I'm not saying she did anything, but lucky for her, nothing real has been leaked about her saying anything about Klay Thompson except for a random person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why would you unfollow each other if nothing happened? That's when people's antennas go up. So let's get into this video from her.
Me and Klay do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg the Stallion at all. You know, today, like I'm still the only person that has.
I sense a little disdain there. Let's run that back. When she said she doesn't know Meg Thee Stallion at all, that was a little disdain there. Let me run that back.
Me and Klay do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend.
This looks like a Fox News interview, by the way. It says Fox News Digital. So hopefully they don't claim this clip here.
Do not know Meg the Stallion at all. You know, today, like, I'm still.
She says she don't know her at all. Yeah, she don't like her. And I'm telling you right now, like, I hope she not saying this and then Meg Thee Stallion comes out with information that says otherwise, because women can be very vindictive. And now that she has done this interview, all bets are off.
Still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claimed that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that.
So she's saying that neither Klay Thompson or Meg Thee Stallion are defending her. They won't speak up for her. Well, one, Klay Thompson doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? He don't care. One, that's one. And two, Meg Thee Stallion doesn't care either. And the fact that she hasn't said anything is because she wants her fans to attack you. Lexi, that's the thing. I think she wants her fans to attack you. Which again raises eyebrows. Because her attorney or representative hasn't said anything to defend you either. That is a red flag. What's good, G. Marie? It's a red flag that, you know, that they're not defending her. Matter of fact, hold on a second. I don't want to be hit with any copyright. So let me put a picture up because I don't want to be hit with a copyright. Because when you show a video, you can be hit with a copyright. So let me find a picture I can put up. All right. Now let me start this back over.
Me and Klay do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg the Stallion at all. You know, today, like I'm still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claimed that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that. And that's the last thing that I'm like struggling to process, is that there's this massive outcry for protecting Black women and nobody has mentioned Lexi Brown's name in any of those conversations.
So she starts to get emotional here. Again, this is why I say this whole situation is getting very weird. Because here you have her, you know, who apparently is saying that she's minding her business and she's being put into a situation that she wants no part of. But Lexi, I mean, we have to look at the information that we do have. And the information that we do have is that one, you both unfollowed each other. He unfollowed you and you unfollowed him after a post came out saying that you spoke about him and he told you that his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion was for PR. So we have to look at those things. And second, she mentions, black women protecting black women. Isn't that what the state of California said they was doing for Meg Thee Stallion when they put Tory Lanez in prison for 10 years, that they wanted to protect black women? We all know that's BS. They could care less. They just wanted to put a black man in prison. We all know this. Salute to Devon.
Suspect.
Appreciate that, Devon. This whole protect black women thing is a farce. I just hope a lot of you melanated women understand this. The whole protect black women campaign is a farce. It's used to attack black men. That's what it's for. You never see hashtag protect black women when they're unalived by a white man. You only see it in regards to black men and to attack black men. That's it. And then when you bring that up, they want to gaslight you and say, well, what about what black men do to black women? It's a whole lot of gaslighting going on. But let's continue.
I wouldn't have minded if either one of them came out and said it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are in the relationship. They're the ones that are dealing with this, and they're the ones who are communicating with each other. So one of them, if not both of them, know that it was not me. It could come from one of their teams. It could come from somewhere. The truth is over there somewhere. And I was expecting it to reveal itself from that side of it, the side that actually has the issue. Because again, I have no idea what is going on. I have no involvement. I've had no communication at all whatsoever during their relationship. So for them to just allow me to get dragged, for a lot of people to allow me to get dragged through the mud for, I don't know, it seems like 4 days now, knowing.
And that's the part that really is why Meg Thee Stallion's fans are attacking you. They're attacking you because Megan is not defending you. Her legal team is not defending you. And that is why they're doing this. And that's what it seemed like she wants. It seemed like that's what she wants. And also, Megan doesn't care about other black women. She probably doesn't even have real black female friends. The one black female friend she had, she slept with the guy that her friend was dealing with out of jealousy. This whole protect black women thing it's a farce. It's only used to attack black men. The whole protect black women, moniker or whatever hashtag is only used to attack black men. It's never to really defend black women. It's only because, again, there are black women who are losing their lives to non-black men and nobody's saying anything. Where is this protect black women hashtag? Where is Jamel Hill? Where is you? Where are the gay black men that all of a sudden now claiming that they're the only ones who do things for the black community? Where are you simps who got so much to say? Because what? Because you were raised by a single mother? Who cares? At the end of the day, if you actually cared about black women, you would work towards actually defending them instead of attacking black men and using black women to attack black men. Let's continue.
100% what was being said was false.
Clay probably didn't even cheat. Meg's team most likely told her to put the cheating allegations out there to get sympathy, and the Meg fans bought it tears of joy.
Appreciate that. You know what, Divine? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, Megan lost in court. Megan lost her bid to get blogger Milagro Graham silenced. And she lost in court. She got embarrassed. And she was only able, out of the lawsuit she filed, she was only able to get what like $50,000. No attorney's fees paid. She had to pay them herself. She been costing Rock Nation a lot of money. And that happened right before these cheating allegations. Listen, the brother in the chat, I think it was Matula, right? He brought up this could be a distraction. That could be what the distraction is, to distract from the fact that she took an L in court. And right after that happened, she announced this. She announced it, that that he was cheating on her and their relationship was over, right? And because people were clowning her for losing in court. People were clowning her, you know? Ryan Clark is such a loser. I just want to say it. Ryan Clark is such a loser. He makes married men look terrible because all he does is get on here and pander to black women when he has a biracial daughter he was hiding. And it took Marcellus Wiley to put it out there for him to claim her. These pro-black married men can be very embarrassing for no reason. Continue.
That surely somebody would step in and say, no, this is a lie. Please point your fingers somewhere else, or don't point them at all, but don't point them at Lexi. And by the time the game was over, it had not happened. And, I said, you know what? I'll give it a little bit more time. Surely somebody that knows the truth, and that is almost everybody involved, knows that I was not involved in this situation at all, would surely step in and say something. And it didn't happen. I was getting threats on my life. I was getting threats on my health. My family started getting comments and threats from people. I've had to hire security to travel with me places. So it got to a point where I just was scared for myself.
And that is Lexi Brown. Having to tell the truth about you crazy heifers who should be ashamed of themselves. Your leader is a horrible person. And instead of y'all, protecting black women like y'all claim that's why Tory Lanez had to go to jail because he harmed a black woman. Well, y'all are attacking a black female that says she had nothing to do with this, but neither Clay nor Megan are saying anything. And it almost seems as if Megan wants people to attack her. You know why? Because Megan does not like other black women. That's my opinion. I have no information to prove otherwise, except for the fact that, she got into it with her former friend. That's why they're no longer friends anymore, over a man. And y'all accept this. Y'all are okay with this. She is getting threats and y'all are sitting there thinking that it's justified. You people are weird. I always knew Meg Thee Stallion fans were weird. But y'all have taken weirdness to a whole nother level. This black woman should be protected, not attacked. Y'all are attacking her. And y'all are attacking her because you're miserable and you hate other black women. The sisterhood doesn't exist. The sisterhood only comes together to attack a black man. They never go after these white men who unalive black women or these white liberal women who treat them like dirt. They only attack black men or white women who date black men. Those are the only people they attack, is black men and white women who date black men. That's it, right? That's it, right? It's absolutely crazy. Salute to everybody that's here. Y'all do not love these black women. It's a farce. It's a sham. Are y'all ready to get into some other topics? I want to get into what Summer Walker had to say. You talk about an undateable heifer. Let's get into what Summer Walker had to say. She's on the thumbnail. Y'all see her. Plastic Summer who got exposed for being a side chick. Summer blast people telling women to pick better men when all men do is lie and pretend following Megan and Clay's breakup. Stop telling women to pick better men when men are out here pretending to be someone they are not for months and even years at a time just to gain access to women who are out of their league. So wait a minute, are you telling me that you think that Klay Thompson is not in her league? Are you serious? Klay Thompson could date 50 Meg Thee Stallions. And again, we're talking about a heifer who's had all types of surgeries to look decent, not even attractive, decent. And the thing is people think that she looks worse after the surgeries. They think Summer Walker looks worse after the surgeries. Then once they have access, turn around and reveal they ain't bleep behind that fake, mature, masculine facade. Just a little boy operating in ashy foolishness who had zero intentions of actually being who he told you he was. It was just a childish, manipulative conquest based on ego and low-key jealousy. Jealousy? You telling me that light-skinned Klay, multi-millionaire Klay Thompson, guy who likes to ride on this boat that he owns, is jealous of women like Meg Thee Stallion? What? This is what happens when you have black women who hang around gay men way too much. They start because they think gay men compete with them. So they think that all men are that way, right? So you have a woman in Summer Walker who's had all types of surgeries just so she can look decent, even though there are women who will say that, you know, Summer Walker looked better before the surgeries. And this is the mindset that this heifer has. Why do you black women think that black men are jealous of you, especially heterosexual black men? See, this is what happens when you date bums. When you date broke bums, you're going to deal with jealousy because he don't want to be living up under your roof with you talking to him like you his mama. See, if you actually date a man that can do for himself, you won't have to deal with jealousy. Stop dealing with bums, broke ass men who bring nothing to the relationship except for what they do for you in the bedroom. Look at the guys that Summer Walker has been with. Let me actually go. Let's look at some of the men she's been attached to. Summer Walker's ex-boyfriends. Let's look at some of these relationships. She was in a 2-year relationship with producer London on the Track. He was actually the best that she's ever done. She had a child with him. He was the guy. I did a live stream on her and him. He was choking her in a video. Then she was with LVRD Pharaoh Larry, a rapper and former friend with whom she had a short-lived relationship with, resulted in twin boys born in December of 2022. So she's got 3 kids by 2022. Lil Meech, the son of Big Meech, who actor, rapper, the relationship ended after allegations of cheating. They dated for a couple of months. Coop Washington, she was connected to. Rico Reckless. Y'all remember Rico Reckless? Shout out to the people who remember Rico Reckless back in like 2013, 2014. He's a rapper out of Chicago. I remember seeing a video years ago where he went to go pull up on Soulja Boy in LA. And they also got another video of Rico Reckless fighting in the store. And I say, yeah, that's why these dudes out here shooting, because they cannot fight. The dude was out here flailing his arms around. It's crazy. But look at the type of dude she's with. Rico Reckless. Nothing against Rico, by the way. Lil Meech, a guy named Pharaoh, and London on the track. Actually, London on the track, you know, he's a successful producer, so he has money. He has money. But these other guys that she's been connected to, like, you could just tell she always dates down.